Years. My dirty little secret was that I was addicted to pornography for years. It really messed up my life in a lot of ways. The thing is, it became a thing where I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody. It was a thing that, it was my secret, nobody knew. And that allowed it to grow. And it got bad. And when I say bad, some people deny, they say, hey man, you know, you can't really be addicted to pornography. There's no way. But I'm gonna tell you something. If day turns into night and you are still watching, you probably got a problem. And that was me. It affected everything. I didn't tell my wife, didn't tell my friends, nobody knew. But the internet allowed that little secret to just stay and grow. And it was something that, you know, my wife was literally like, I don't know you anymore. I'm out of here. And that changed me. I had to change because I realized, yo, this thing is a major problem. I literally had to go to rehab for it. You know, I went to therapy big time. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how to beat it. I couldn't do it alone. And what I was told is that I needed to become more aware. And this just blew me away because I kind of realize and know what this stuff is in other areas, but with being aware is really just about knowing how you feel, knowing where you are in a particular moment. Like, you know, I had to realize when I was depressed. I had to realize when I was sad about something or when I was feeling lonely, because those were the times that I was more likely to use pornography. The times when
Yo, what up YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jason, man. Coming back at y'all with another one. And in that clip you have Terry Crews, a huge Hollywood actor, explaining how pornography became a huge problem in his life. Almost to where he lost his marriage. You know, he had to go to therapy. He had to go to rehab. Literally had to go to rehab to kick that habit, you know. And he explains, like, when you if you watching something from the sun up to the sun down, listen, you have a problem. And Terry Crews had a huge problem on his hands, but what he did was recognize that problem, and he found a way to deal with it, and that was by talking about it, you know. That was by seeking help, you know, for his addiction. And like he said, the internet allowed that problem to grow. Not talking about it and telling his wife and the people around him, his friends, you know, keeping that secret allowed it to grow just as much. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't something, a lot of y'all gotta understand that transparency is the key. It's the key to recovery. You know, the more honest you are with yourself and your loved ones, the more you can, you know, start to heal and work on that issue. But if you keep it secret, if you're not honest with yourself, you constantly lying to yourself and not accepting what is, then guess what? You're never gonna heal. You're never gonna get right because you're not being true to yourself. You're not being honest. And that's what he was saying, you know. And it was a real big problem for him. You could tell, you know. And it's just like, damn, you know. And again, like I said, you know, he got, you know, when he did talk to people about it, they like, man, you can't, you know, they telling them that, man, you can't have no, it can't be that bad. You know, it's just porn. But really it is. Really it is. He said out his mouth, the internet, just, it was just another space for it to grow, damn near mutate. And that's why I say, man, you know what I mean? Where you got all of these websites that's just, where everything is just free. You know, you got tube websites. You just clicking on stuff and it's just playing right there. You got porn at your disposal. Guess what? You will gain some type of addiction. You will get addicted to it. Because it's just right there. It's right there in your face. And it's free. You don't have to pay nothing. And they got every category in the book. Whatever it is you into, you can find it on the internet and on those tube sites. So you have Terry Crews explaining, like how his wife telling him, like, I don't even know you anymore. I'm out. And it could really ruin your relationship. It could ruin your relationship, because if it's that bad, then that's probably something that, you know, you don't want to, you're not trying to have any intimacy with your wife. And if you is, you asking her to do the shit that you watching. But in a lot of cases, when you're dealing with porn addiction, you rather fap. You rather fap. You get more enjoyment from fapping than the actual real thing. Do you see what's wrong with that? You enjoying using your hand and watching porn and releasing your energy into the air rather than enjoy your beautiful wife. And his wife is beautiful. It's a problem there. You don't even want the real thing. You want what you see on the screen. That's an issue. That's an issue. And what's more crazy is that a lot of people don't see it that way. And I understand why you don't see it that way, is because you was programmed to think that that was normal. You know? And we all were. We all were programmed to think that that was normal. You know what I'm saying? When it really ain't. When it really ain't. And even then, when we were, you know, putting the pins in the cable boxes and, you know, watching the free porn that way, you had to go through a hell of a lot just to even get those squiggly lines from the cable, from cable off the damn screen. Or you was watching through the cable lines, you know what I'm saying, through the little squiggly cable shits. But now you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that at all. You could just go on the internet and boom. You ain't got to put in no codes. You ain't got to put in no credit card numbers. It's just right there. And that's another reason why we got to be careful with these kids on this phone, on these phones. Because Kanye West said in that video that I posted yesterday, he said his dad left out a magazine and he seen that magazine at 5 and that was it. That was it for him. That's all it took. So imagine your daughter or your son just accidentally clicking on something online. Kanye West got turned out by a magazine. So what you think these young kids, your 4 and 5 year old, 6 year old kids gonna get turned out to when they watch an actual video of pornography going on, when they watch an actual graphic ass video of it, and you letting your kids just run around with these phones, no restrictions on them, no nothing. That's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster, and they learning very early, and they seeing shit that they shouldn't even be seeing at all at that age. Kanye West shouldn't have seen that magazine at the age of 5, but he did. But he did, and it turned him out. And, you know, ain't no telling. And the thing is, again, these are stars that's speaking on these situations. It don't matter if you married or not. These guys have money and they up there and they know, they realizing that they have a problem. That's why you have to be honest. You have to have transparency, especially when it comes to trying to recover from an addiction. You have to be honest with yourself. Terry Crews had to have a defining moment. And whether it was his wife who just said, you know, I'm done, you know, his wife probably couldn't get him away. Terry Crews was probably locking himself in the room and just watching porn from day to night. And a lot of y'all will ask, like, damn, how you do that and you married? Well, you can do it. You know, you telling your wife, oh, you know, I got work to do down here. You know, she know what he doing. And when she probably caught him. And it was just like, yo, you know, you will do that. At the end of the day, that's still gonna hurt a woman. Because you choosing something over her. That's gonna hurt. You choosing a screen and what you see, women will look at that and view it as cheating to a certain extent. It's gonna hurt them no matter what. And guys, you gotta put yourself in a woman's shoes. You gotta turn the table on yourself sometimes and think, like, if your woman was addicted to porn and she watching these dudes, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously she ain't watching nothing with like just dudes, but if she just watching something, if she addicted to porn and she liking what she see from these dudes and these porn stars and shit with 10 inches and all of that shit, and she ain't showing you no love, all she want to do is watch that, you gonna be jealous too. You gonna get jealous. You gonna be hurt to a certain extent because she rather watch the porn on the screen and probably got a fucking double-edged fucking dildo that she's shoving in herself while she watch it. You would be pissed off. I would. So at the end of the day, you gotta understand that even from a relationship standpoint, that's hurtful. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, listen, again, like it's not just us down here. It's people all across the board that's going through something. So watch that Terry Crews video again, man. He's speaking honestly. And that's what he had to go through, man. And it's real. It's very much real. And, you know, you got to salute to these celebrities for speaking out about it and talking about it, man, because it ain't easy because you got so many fucktards that's going to take it as a joke. They think it's funny. You know, and those same people that think it's funny are the same ones who lacking discipline, don't like to take care of their own issues, and they like to laugh at everybody else's but can't take care of nothing that they got going on, all their addictions and vices that's holding on to them. So don't be ashamed of it, man. You know what? Listen, you're not alone. You know, look into some things, do your research, and figure out how to counter that, because you can do it. But it's going to take some grit, because we programmed to think shit like that is okay when it really ain't. And it's ruining lives, it's ruining relationships, it's ruining brain cells, it's ruining all of that. You fucking up your energy. You can't manifest nothing because God watching, all types of stuff. It's all types of spirits and things behind that. It's a dark spirit. It's a dark cloud behind pornography. A lot of those women were abused. A lot of those women were raped. That's into pornography. That's actual, the actresses that's in that. A lot of those people, you know, are on drugs. A lot of those women have daddy-daughter issues. So it's definitely a dark energy behind pornography, man. So, hey, I advise you to try to step away from it, man. It ain't what you think. It ain't as normal as they try to push it to be. It ain't. So figure it out, man, and get to work, all right? My name Jason and Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace. Who said it was easy work? Who said it was easy work? Who said it was easy? Who said it was easy? Who said it was easy work? Somebody must do it, so I gotta do it. Who said it was easy work?